Hello, everybody, and welcome back. After a very quick grand final, we've still got a little bit of time to get some more content out there. So we've brought Mark Horner, the analyst from yesterday, back to get a little bit of an insight into how this tournament went and into how the team are going to be moving forward afterwards. I mean, Mark, over at Gallantry, you guys had a pretty easy time after the group stages. If I remember correctly, you didn't drop a single map. And over here, you lost 2 maps in total across the whole tournament. That's pretty impressive. I mean, you literally across from the group stages on, you didn't even lose a full best of 3, or full 3 maps. It's incredible.
Yeah, we were setting a trap. Some people don't realise, but we kind of let Coastal go against the American team. We let Coastal go against Avenue because we knew Manor House was our strongest map.
Yeah.
We're never losing that to any team, whoever we play. So we're setting that trap, and then when we started playing CRG, they're like, right, okay, we picked Coastal, we got a free map, ha ha ha, and then, boom, we were in there. It was a gamble. It could have backfired, but it paid off massively. And then the same thing there in the final of Demise. They lose the first map and go, oh, maybe the game against CRG was lucky, let's pick Coastal. Nah, no chance.
Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly what you had us speculating. We were thinking, why isn't Coastal being their straight up ban and then they'll leave it? But yesterday, when you guys were against CRG, we were thinking, well, if Endpoint don't win out here on Manor House, it's over because Comrade will have Coastal, considering how bad you guys were in it. But
it's all up there,
the
man. We were ready for it. We knew what was coming. And I think the trouble that we've had recently with Coastal is we reworked a lot of stuff, and then a few things didn't work, and then we were like, right, don't worry, let's just stick to that because we don't need the map. We know we can win the game without that map. And then as soon as we get to the point where it's going back to the semis or later on in the playoffs, let's go back to what we used to do, which used to work quite well, which now in the current meta seems to actually work really well, which is just split, pick, spread, just be everywhere so they can't have a clue what you're doing.
Yeah.
And it works out perfectly. It might have been a clash of play styles against other teams, but against the teams we played today and yesterday, it just worked perfectly.
Oh, perfect. Well, yeah, I mean, perfectly. You've got your trophy and your medal. Slightly off camera. You want to raise them up just to show everybody?
We somehow got the MVP as well.
Somehow.
Whoa. Where's the...
There you go. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And we've got... You guys have got your solid 5 lineup, right? A lot of teams after lands, they'll mix up, they'll shake it down. You guys stuck after Gallantry. I mean, why not? You had a very convincing win there. As we know, the interview back then was a little bit less PC. Gave us your thoughts on the competition. You want to give us a little bit of a more toned back thoughts on the competition this time?
Yeah, it was a good tournament. We came into the tournament knowing that we're probably still the best team. When we're playing online, the only thing we've had to play recently has been Prax. And when we're playing Prax, we don't play as well as we do at LAN because, people are distracted, they're on the phone, they're tabbing. Like it's just not the same environment.
Yeah.
But other teams seem to have the same environment when they're playing online and they put in as much energy when they're playing at LAN, which I think goes against them in the long run because you can start reading teams, you know how they play, you know what they're doing, whereas we're kind of different, right? And the level of play here, I think, was pretty good. It's a shame that we're on the same side of the bracket as CRG, because I think that would have been a much better final over 5 maps, because I genuinely believe that if CRG played either Method or Demise, I think that would have been a clean sweep 2-0 for them. Because watching their game yesterday, they were both kind of shaky, but quite evenly matched. And I think a team like Avenue or something, if they're on the other side of the bracket, they could have also made it this far, given the teams that were on that side. But overall, I think the level of competition was, I wouldn't say higher, but I think it was a lot closer at Gallantry because, teams had cores that had been together a while. Then after Gallantry, there was mixes trying to qualify every week, and then a few mixes qualified, then they form a team out of it, and then they don't have enough time to, really get a good map pool together.
Yeah.
And for us, we just made the decision that Savoy's a new map. Let's not spend time trying to learn a new map from scratch. We'll just veto it as much as we can because it's ban, pick, and then focus on making our core map pool so strong that we can't lose 2 maps to anyone. And it played out quite nicely. We were kind of dreading the final when we found out it was best of 5, hoping that we didn't have to play Savoy because we would have looked very, very silly on it. Because we've only played it twice, and we tricked everyone into thinking that we were trying to find Prax on Savoy, that we'd stratted it out.
Yeah.
We played Lux Gaming, I think it was. They beat us 16-1. Then we played them again a couple of weeks later. They beat us 16-0. And then like, have you guys actually played this map? I was like, well, guys, that's really rude. We've really tried here. But yeah, we hadn't played it again. We just did it, so they thought we actually had. But the map itself, I don't know, I don't think we've given it enough chances to know if it's good or not. We just didn't have enough time from when we started practicing because we had to go over the old map pool and make sure we weren't doing the same things as we were before.
That was a comment that I was speaking with Demise, and they said they were pretty prepared on all the maps, which is why I was really surprised when they banned Savoya straight out. Because I expected, obviously, in the best of 5 series, I assume they won the knife, so they got to choose the ban?
They got to choose the veto, yeah.
Yeah, so they went for the ban, and they did Savoya. I expected them to go for Manor because it's a map that, like you said, and we've been saying it the whole tournament, it's like the home territory of Endpoint. Like, you guys are really good there. It comes back to you guys played Avenue 16-1. Like, you're just a super strong team on that map in general. And I felt like maybe we would have seen a different outcome, or maybe at least a closer game overall if Savoya had been left in, because once that first map, which was Manor House for you guys, went down, if Manor House had been banned, Savoya was still in the pool, Demise could pick that and then have maybe a decent shot up against you guys, where it comes down to a little bit more of individuality, and the whole kind of team play on your end might not work as well because your preparation isn't there for the
Yeah, like Savoy, we don't even have calls. We don't know the names of places. When we tried to play it, we were like, this is going to take too long. We can't spend the time on it. And I think Demise were in the same situation. We were talking to them, and they said, yeah, we agreed to the rule change because initially it was going to be loser picks with no veto.
Okay.
And then we said, well, can't we just have the winner of the knife gets the veto on, because obviously we wanted Savoy out. They won the knife, and we were dreading it that they were going to ban Manor House and pick Savoy. But actually they banned Savoy, and then we started going, yeah, come on. Because we just... Like, if we played that map against anyone, we'd have looked stupid if they knew what they were doing on it.
What was your level of preparation like on Invasion? Because myself and Dean were saying that you guys are going to be pretty strong in the core 4 maps, but Invasion and Savoya tend to be the outliers that are in best of 3 series, which is what we usually play, are banned out straight away. And if it's a best of 1, they're still banned out straight away with the others following. Do you guys think you would be as favoured on Invasion as you would on the likes of, let's say, Coastal Manor House, for example? Or do you think that maybe that would have been a good choice for Demise to take up against you guys in this tournament?
No, I think our Invasion is probably a lot stronger than other teams because we played a lot of we put quite a bit of effort into Invasion. Okay. The reason that the main reason we decided not to go for Savoy is because it took us that long to get our Invasion to a level where we're like, okay, we know what we're doing. We've got a few different strats we can do. Yeah. We know the map kind of well enough to play against any team. Obviously, in practice, we lost quite a few games against people, but that was a learning experience for us where you can watch the demo back, see, okay, you think, right, we need to push here, here, and here and do this. You can watch the overview and see where it falls apart, and then you just tweak it and tweak it and tweak it and get to a point that actually it might work. Yeah. And then, I think we had probably like 7 or 8 different strats we could do on allies, and if we do one of those a few times, we get some success. If we got 5 or 6 rounds, then I think we'd easily win. Yeah. And I think, to be honest, our Invasion was probably going to be more prepared than any other team here. Otherwise, another team would have picked it against us.
That's fair enough. And for the maps in general, so you feel Manor House is like your home ground. Is there any particular reason there? Do you think it's just you guys just happen to be good at it, or have you spent a lot of time really refining that map?
No, I wouldn't say we've spent a lot of time on it. I think it's just the most comfortable map for us because, when we started playing together as a team, when we started playing with Cinder and Replan, it was, okay, those guys do their finish thing around A, we do our other stuff around mid and B. Me and Yasko work really well together. We've got really good setups in terms of like holding the control on the B side on defense.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And it just happens that map is perfect for every player's sort of play style. So the guy playing B is really good at that sort of close quarters, holding off angles and getting 2 and 3 kills with the SMG. Yeah. And the guys that are playing further are better at just getting information and playing smart, letting the enemy walk into us and then trapping them when we're coming across as a team. Yeah. Whether someone jumping out of barn or someone peeking fence at the right time when they're focused elsewhere and distracting. Yeah. And I think that map just plays perfectly into our play styles.
Yeah, I think that's something myself and Dean are commenting on as well. Like how over in the B-bomb site, yourself and Kostya, Yasko, of course, you guys play that really well. A lot of the time, Yasko's going really aggressive with the SMGs. You're there to back him up in various different positions. Sometimes you push through smoke. Sometimes you play a little bit more passive. And over on A, it seems like a lot of teams suffer because they go for, especially with the likes of a sniper, the peak down towards A long, and they get picked off there by like a jumping carbine or something like that. But you guys literally play that for info, back off, let them into it. Seems like if they go B, they get shut down. If they go A, they get into the bomb site. And then they get shut down because you guys are pulling back, using your nades, and then regrouping and pushing back in together. And it seems to work out really well for you the vast majority of the times. Why are you so heavily favoured there?
I think it's the way to play it because some teams, they'll always leave someone like, they'll sneak up A long, they might get 1 kill, then they die. Yeah. But between that time, you've lost 1 player, and then it's 4v4, and they can take the site quite easily. Yeah. Whereas if you get the information that it's probably going to be A long and you fall back, you can sit in spawn, you can sit in trench, you can wait for them to execute, or if they don't execute after sort of 10, 15 seconds, we've got some guy ready for their rotate, and when they start running back, that's when we collapse on them around middle and just stop their plan.
That's kind of when Kostya starts to push up B when you have that information on A, and he starts to come up behind them and traps them in towards A long, and then there's nowhere they can really go. They're going to run into someone at that point.
Yeah, because if they start rotating, if you've got one guy sat in mid-trench, you can hear them going forest. You can hear them going, if they're coming back through to A barn or something crazy. And you just push up for info. You don't have to peek. You don't have to get kills. As long as you've got the information, you know where they're going, then the rest of the team can do that and set up, and then you can come back through behind them again if you have to and just let them past. Yeah. But it's just more about playing smart and just letting them get to where they think they want to be, and then not realising that actually we're ready for it and we've already got 3 or 4 guys waiting for them with 20 seconds left so they can't plant, and then the round's over.
Yeah, it's certainly a nice map, and a map that a lot of teams like. But I got to ask you, as regards Savoia, do you have any opinions on why that isn't played? I know time's certainly been a restraint on a lot of teams. Like, it wasn't in Gallantry, I believe. Then the first time it made an appearance was for the online qualifiers for this. But I feel like a lot of teams wanted to just perfect their strategies on other maps. Then coming up to the lead up to this, obviously the economy changes. And now you got to figure out how that economy change is gonna affect how you play the map in general. And it feels like there's not really been a period where teams can go, okay, let's figure out Savoia. Let's like, even down to what you said, you don't know calls on it. Like I think I've only got to cast it twice, so it is a map that kind of. I'm sure everybody, whatever little calls they have, they're all different because they've made them up themselves. And I think it's. Do you think maybe over time that map is going to start to pick up? Like in the next couple of months, teams will start playing it, or do you think maybe something needs to be changed about it? Because it is very different to a lot of the maps. Like, it's not as linear, it's not as closed off. But at the same time, that's kind of going back to the more COD 2, COD 4 roots, right? And that was the kind of maps that people wanted to see, was the more 3-dimensional, as opposed to the Counter-Strike kind of very linear and limited maps like Manor House and stuff.
Yeah, I think people are always just, they're not comfortable with change. I think timing was a big factor, actually. It came out then, it wasn't in Gallantry, so it was like, right, we can do it after Gallantry. After Gallantry, a lot of teams, they're either scrambling for the qualifiers, you don't have enough time to get good on the map, so focus on the other maps, try and win on those, Veto, Savoia. And then it's like, right, okay, we've only got a few weeks until LAN, we can spend time getting 5 or 6 maps really, really good, or we can leave them as they are and spend time getting one map really good, which is likely to get vetoed all the time anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't know, I think teams just haven't given it enough of a chance. I know we haven't. When we played it, we thought, oh, we're not too sure.
Yeah.
But that's because we haven't played it. So maybe the answer here is, get something like a small prize fund Savoia only cup and have teams actually play it.
Yeah.
And 3 or 4 rounds, 16 teams or something, to just keep playing the map and then get the feedback that you want. Because if you play the map once or twice, you're like, oh, it's rubbish. The B side's rubbish.
Yeah.
Okay, why is it rubbish? Have you tried this? Have you tried that? Well, no, because we only played it twice. People haven't played it enough to know whether it is actually good enough or not.
Yeah. That's a pretty good idea. You brought that up yesterday as well about the cup, perhaps having something like, even something that's small, like if it was €100 best of ones, just literally Savoia played again and again. And I would like to see something like that come out. Maybe that's something we can get rolling. Well,
that would be good. It'd be good to actually play the map properly and spend time sitting, like playing it through, working out what we want to do, how we want to play it, and then we can objectively say, actually, we think the map's bad or we think the map's good because of X, Y, and Z, and then that feedback can go through, and then as the next patch starts coming around, they can start making changes if they feel necessary.
Yeah, for sure. Well, look, Mark, I'll let you go and enjoy your winnings. What are you going to spend the money on?
I don't know. Maybe a couple of weeks on holiday. Might go and meet some friends in Asia that are out there at the moment.
All right.
But yeah, we'll see. There's probably beer. Yes, Dark. Well prompted. But no, I don't know. It's been a really good weekend. We've had a lot of fun. It's been some tough days, some fairly close games. And obviously, thanks to Endpoint, the support they've given us, especially compared to Penta, is phenomenal. We had more than T-shirts. We had support. They got really good infrastructure. They got a house up north. We got vests, as you can see. Got other merchandise. All their sponsors. We get to the house and there's just crates of Soylent ready for us. We can sit down, carry on playing. That's great. And then obviously the guys have played awesome all weekend. If someone's been playing bad, someone else has been picking up the slack. Yeah. And no one's been too demotivated, too emo about how they've been playing on a certain specific map. Yeah. So yeah, it's been good. And then obviously thanks to my future husbands, Jake and Leo. You guys are awesome. We'll be playing some Dota soon. And people might know who they are, they might not, but they'll understand.
I don't, but okay. All right. Well, look, guys, we'll let you guys go and enjoy your own evenings. I'm sure Mark is going to have an extravagant evening.
So much fun. If you're nearby, come and join us because we're going to have a lot of fun.
All right. So, Esports Gaming Arena in Holland, Alphen aan den Rijn. And we will catch you guys. Probably pronounced that horrendously, but we'll catch you guys in the next stream. Who knows when that'll be, but that is it from the Blitzkrieg Masters. Hope you guys have enjoyed the victors endpoint.
Hopefully next time the other teams get a bit better, so it's close.
Well, we kept the PG for long enough. It's okay. Well, look, big shout out to you, Mark. Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for coming yesterday and some top tier analysis.
Yeah. Thanks to you guys. Dark spending his time just tucked away in the corner, doing all the observing. The guys at Joe and his team, and the guys at the players that have set up the event. It's been a really well run event. There's not been any major issues. The only issues we've actually had have been PC related, not game related. Obviously, there's a couple of bugs that have happened here and there, but that's it's early access. What can you expect?
Exactly. Yeah.
But it's been a good weekend, and thanks to Sean, the man there. He can fix a PC issue in about 5 seconds most of the time, depending on what it is. But it's been fun. Winning, Always fun. Less fun when you don't win. But yeah, it's been good.
The only bad thing I think that you can really take from this tournament, and this is something that's going to affect you on a personal level, you can't really drink beer from that.
That was the first thing I noticed. It's ribbed on the side, and I feel like Sean might have done that for a reason.
Yeah, there's not even a hole at the bottom to fit beer in, so maybe we can get it sealed up for you.
We'll figure something out.
Get some shots in the bottom there. There's a small bit of room. Well, look, guys, that's going to be the end of the stream, the end of the Blitzkrieg Masters. It's been a pleasure. Thank you to everybody that came along to watch, everyone that came to the event, whether that be the devs, the play staff, Mega Man and Kaiser who were here casting. They're an absolutely great job for two people that have barely worked together. I think they did one online qualifier as a unit, so that's maybe 5-6 hours of practice, and I think they did a phenomenal job. So be sure to head over to Twitter, drop them a follow, and tell them thanks for casting. They did a fantastic job. Thank you to Dean for coming along and joining me from Ireland. We've had a great time here. It's been a great tournament, and it's time to go and celebrate Endpoint's victory. Commiserations to Demise, and thank you to all the teams that have flown over here, especially those from the United States. They really took time out of their days to come over here, you know, and you got to give massive respect to them. They all played to the best of their abilities, and everyone's been really nice. It's been great. We'll catch you guys in a couple of weeks, I guess, and enjoy yourselves. See you later.
Peace.